Welcome to our channel. Today we're going to talk about Area 51, a secret base shrouded in mystery and conspiracy theories. What is really hiding in its depths? New technologies or something much more mysterious? Let's find out. Area 51 is one of the most classified U.S. military bases. Lost in the lifeless Nevada desert, it was created during the Cold War, but U.S. authorities denied its existence for decades until the CIA recognized it in 2013. However, even after that, the base remains shrouded in mystery. Ufologists and fans of conspiracy theories are sure that not only advanced technology, but also evidence of contacts with extraterrestrial civilizations are hidden behind barbed wire. People believe in it so much that once, thousands of people tried to break into the territory of Area 51. But what's lurking behind these legends? Let's find out. The fact is that Area 51 is located within a huge military range at Nellis Base, owned by the U.S. Air Force. It is a vast territory, 18,000 square kilometers, including 13,000 square kilometers of restricted area, over which civil aviation flights are prohibited. The official website of the Nellis Base says that it is the world's largest territory for military exercises. But if this place is just for testing new aircraft, why are there so many mysteries around it? Why has the place become a magnet for conspiracy theorists? Perhaps the answer lies not only in the secret developments, but also in the fact that the American government is carefully guarding something much more sensational. The story of Area 51 began in 1954 when President Eisenhower ordered to find a secluded place to test the latest aircraft, away from outsiders. They chose a deserted area near Groom Lake in Nevada, which was owned by local farmers before the war. There was an interesting story with them. Deposits of silver, lead, and even some gold were found in their land. So when the government offered $5 million for the land, the owners demanded $40. The outcome was predictable. The land was confiscated, paying only $1 million. That's how an airbase appeared in this remote place. And not just an ordinary one. Aircraft were sent to test atomic bombs from here. Later, they began to work on the most advanced reconnaissance aircraft here. The legendary U-2, a spy aircraft capable of flying at enormous altitudes and photographing classified objects, was tested at Area 51. The regime of secrecy was so strict that, according to one of the versions, the U-2 aircraft was delivered here disassembled, piece by piece, so that no one would guess what kind of machine it was. It was assembled on the spot. Later, other advanced aircraft were tested at the base, including the famous Lockheed SR-71 and other similar aircraft. But that was just the beginning. Around the same time, the first reports of mysterious objects in the sky began to appear. In 1959, a newspaper in the city of Reno, located north of Area 51, reported that local residents repeatedly saw a bright green object moving along a strange trajectory at unimaginable speeds. Airplanes couldn't fly like that. How did the CIA react to this? Instead of denials, the intelligence agency only added fuel to the fire, maybe even deliberately spreading rumors. Now, any talk about strange flying machines could easily be attributed to ufologists with vivid imaginations. But the secrets of Area 51 were not only about flying saucers. In the middle of the Cold War, they brought here trophy Soviet planes to study their weaknesses. In 1968, the base received 2 MiG-17 aircraft, which Syrian pilots accidentally landed on Israeli territory. Israel handed them over to the United States, and the information became priceless in the arms race. Every technical detail could give American engineers an advantage because the spies of all countries hunted for the enemy's secrets. Area 51 was so classified that it could only be seen from space, and it almost happened in 1974 when the crew of the Skylab space station accidentally took a photo of the area near Groom Lake. NASA, not suspecting anything, included the photo in the general report of the mission. A panic broke out in the CIA. Intelligence used to hide the base from the eyes of curious people. But what should they do if it was filmed from orbit? Departmental staff promptly arranged a correspondence with scolding, but it was too late. The photo had already been published. During the Cold War, ufologists didn't yet suspect that the government might be hiding aliens in Area 51. because they simply didn't know it existed. Everything changed in 1989 when a sensational interview was released on Las Vegas KLAS TV. Physicist Bob Lazar, who introduced himself as a former employee of the S4 facility at the test site, stated that he had been studying alien technology for the military industry. He said he was transferred there from the Los Alamos lab, a nuclear weapons development center, and he worked not just as an ordinary employee, but as the head of one of the departments. The audience was shocked. The interview was organized by John Lear, son of aviation magnate Bill Lear, founder of Learjet. John Lear was a pilot himself, and between 1967 and 1980 performed classified missions for the CIA, including combat sorties in Vietnam. He has long claimed that the government is cooperating with aliens and has even funded movies like Close Encounters of the Third Kind and Alien to prepare people for the shocking truth. And now, the secret scientist Bob Lazar stated, there is a secret underground facility hidden under Area 51 where extraterrestrial aircraft are being dismantled and technologies based on them are being created. Moreover, they are already being tested. But the most shocking thing was ahead. Physicist Bob Lazar claimed that alien technology could change the world, providing mankind with free electricity and unprecedented capabilities. But the U.S. military is using them solely for its own purposes. Among other things, he mentioned an engine capable of distorting space, which was powered by an element with atomic number 115. At that time, such an element didn't officially exist. It was synthesized only in 2003 at the Joint Institute for Nuclear Research in Dubnas City. They called it Moscovium. Bob Lazar claimed that non-flying saucers were stored in Area 51. They were small, designed for small gray creatures, which they called kitties. According to him, he had once seen people in lab uniforms talking to one of the creatures. But where did they come from? Lazar claimed that aliens originated from the Zeta Reticuli star system, and that name was already familiar to ufologists. It is associated with one of the most famous abduction cases. In 1961, the couple Barney and Betty Hill turned to specialists, claiming that they had been abducted by strange creatures in black jumpsuits. They had partially lost their memory, but under hypnosis, they remembered how they found themselves aboard an aircraft. Moreover, they were shown a star map. The spouses didn't know much about astronomy, but later one of the researchers found that their description was suspiciously similar to the location of stars in the Zeta Reticuli system. Later, it turned out that there may be planets there that could actually be habitable. Zeta Reticuli is also familiar to science fiction fans. This is where the events of the universe of aliens unfold. However, almost immediately after the release of Lazar's interview, people began to doubt his words. For example, the university where he allegedly studied knew nothing about him. At Los Alamos, where he claimed to have worked, there was no confirmation either. And then, some unpleasant incidents occurred. In 1990, he was arrested for pimping, and later he was under investigation for transportation of banned chemicals. But it was too late. The sensation spread all over the world. Since then, Area 51 remains the center of myths and conspiracy theories. Some believe that secret meetings of the Illuminati are held there, and cooperation with aliens is discussed. Others believe that they are developing climate weapons there, and someone claims that the base hides a Cheshire runway, which becomes visible only under certain conditions. The boldest version suggests secret experiments involving the distortion of space and time. So, what's really going on inside the base? Area 51 has long been a symbol of secret government conspiracies and is laden with countless pop culture references. It's mentioned more often than even the famous Roswell incident, which, according to urban legends, took place in 1947 in New Mexico. Back then, according to ufologists, an alien spacecraft crashed in the desert, and the authorities hid the wreckage and its alien bodies. However, the real mystique begins in Area 51, a secret facility shrouded in rumors and speculation. Even though access to the facility is strictly forbidden, its surroundings have become a popular location for ufologists and fans of all sorts of mysterious things. An entire new industry has sprung up on the borders of Area 51. Thematic hotels, museums, and restaurants with space menus where you can try a burger with a UFO image or a star alien cocktail. Every year there are ufological events where researchers of abnormal phenomena, conspiracy theorists, and mystery fans meet. They organize night excursions, during which tourists watch the sky, hoping to see something inexplicable. In 2011, journalist Annie Jacobson attempted to peek behind the curtain of Area 51 secrecy and published a book based allegedly on interviews with former employees of this military base. One of the anonymous sources made a sensational statement. The alien saucer that, according to rumors, was hidden in the facility was not of extraterrestrial origin. According to his version, it was the result of a sinister conspiracy between Joseph Mengele, the Nazi pilot brothers Horten, and Joseph Stalin. According to this theory, Mengele conducted experiments on homeless teenagers, enlarging their heads and altering their facial features to make them look like classic gray aliens. Then, these teenagers were allegedly put into disc-shaped aircraft designed by German engineers and sent into American airspace to cause panic among Americans. According to one of the versions, such a flying saucer crashed in Roswell in 1947. Stalin's role in this mysterious plan remains unclear, but he could have used the project as a part of psychological warfare against the United States. Despite the skepticism, Annie Jacobson's book caused a huge resonance. 5 years after its release, the journalist won the Pulitzer Prize, albeit for a completely different book. In 2005, a group of ufologists took a legal step that could shed light on the mysteries of Area 51. They used the Freedom of Information Act to demand the declassification of government documents related to the facility. The process lasted for 8 years, and in 2013, U.S. authorities finally officially recognized the existence of Area 51. However, the declassified data didn't confirm any alien theories. Instead, the documents described the testing of top-secret spy aircraft such as the U-2, A-12, and F-117 Nighthawk, which may have looked to eyewitnesses like something extraterrestrial. But did it dispel myths? Certainly not. Many people believe that the government only declassified outdated information, and the most interesting secrets remained hidden deep underground. There are more and more strange things around Area 51. One of the most mysterious things is the so-called camouflage dudes. Ordinary military or police officers do not guard the perimeter of this classified base. Instead, mysterious, silent men in military uniform are guarding it. No one knows who they are or what department they belong to. They have no patches, identification signs, or official status. They come out of nowhere, always traveling in white SUVs with no license plates and acting without unnecessary talk. If someone comes too close to the borders of Area 51, these guards won't explain who they are or what they're doing here. Instead of words, they just take out their weapons. The mystery of Area 51 is driving people crazy. In 2019, one of the users of the popular social network, Matty Roberts, decided to put an end to this mystery once and for all. He created a humorous group for everyone tired of waiting for the truth and suggested a radical solution: to storm Area 51. The plan was ingeniously simple: to bring together all of the ufologists, conspiracy theorists, and curious adventurers and find out what is hidden behind the fence. Roberts, an ordinary 21-year-old anime fan living with his parents, had no intention of organizing a real invasion. It was his mockery of conspiracy theorists who have been waiting for decades for the authorities to give them access to the secrets. He captioned the group's name, "Storm Area 51, they can't stop all of us." And in the description, he added a plan of action. Meet on September 20th, 2019, at the entrance of the base. Run in the Naruto style, that is, with arms stretched backward, as in the famous anime, and get to the hangars with aliens. But the internet is unpredictable. The group instantly became popular, and the next day, 1 million people confirmed their participation in the event. By September, that number had grown to 3 million. The American Army took the threat seriously and issued an official statement warning of the consequences of attempting to break into a restricted military facility. Roberts, seeing that his joke was getting out of control, tried to turn it into a music festival. However, the organization failed. When the day of the storm came, about 150 people arrived at the main entrance of Area 51. Some of them even brought weapons. They stood there for a while, shouted, exchanged conspiracy theories, and concluded that there weren't enough people for a full-scale invasion. So, the greatest internet revolt against the secrecy of Area 51 ended up being just an ordinary rally. So, what's really going on behind those fences? Is there technology out there that could change the course of history? Or is it just a huge myth spread by the government? There are still no answers, but one thing is certain. Area 51 remains the most mysterious and debated military base in the world. Thank you for watching this episode till the end. Area 51 is just one of the millions of secrets the world hides. What else does the government prefer to keep secret? What mysteries are waiting to be revealed? Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new investigations and the most intriguing theories. After all, sometimes reality turns out to be more mysterious than any fiction.